Hi everybody. I think I'm I think I'm making a video on my telephone. I made a video on my telephone before, but I'm not real sure how I did that. But I think I got it going again. Only because I'm doing it on my telephone. I usually do it on my computer. But I want to show y'all. I'm gonna make one of my 4 patches right here. This one looks a little sloppy. It's only a 1 patch of the 4 patch. But just a bit, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how I do it, just in case you're interested. I don't. If you're not interested, go watch a crime show or something. I don't know. You do what you want to do. I'm not your boss. But anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this 5 inch by 5 inch square. Okay. See, I'm sitting at my sewing machine right now. See, things look different behind me and around me because see, yeah, I my whole house is nothing but holy terror. But anyway, I'm gonna just show it to you here like this. I hope this here. I'm gonna go like this here so you can see where I'm sewing, like I'm like where I'm sewing. I think you'll see right there. Well, see right down here beside of me, I got this here tub full of strips, and it's just sitting here right beside me. Look at this. I gotta dump all these satin ones. I cut me a bunch of satin ones too. I got me strips a bunch now. Lots of strips. Okay, those are sitting right there beside of me. So I can just pick them up as I need them. And so now use my well developed my oh look, I did my hair so it's purple again. I'm so proud of that. I just did that last night to make sure because my purple was fading out. I was just fading out. I fixed me now. I'm purple again. Yeah. Okay, so now, well, you don't want to see that roll of toilet paper and sewing machine. Okay, so what I do is I take this here square like that, and then I take a strip. I just start picking up strips. So I just, and I ain't particular about what I pick up. I just pick up a strip. Okay. Sorry about this. When I cough like that in the middle of a sentence, just jump over the cough. I'll just say just to cover, excuse me or whatever I'm supposed to say. Let me just go ahead and so then I just go ahead and I just stitch this right down that center, corner to corner, so it's like diagonally, like that way, see? Now, and I don't measure them first, I just make sure it's long enough. Although there's been some strips that I've made, it wasn't long enough, so I had to add another piece. It's okay. It's all good. See? And then I trimmed that little thing. See, so then it's just a strip right down the center, right there. And then I pick up another piece. I'll pick up this red satin. Woohoo! Red satin. And I'm gonna go, see, then I kind of pull that piece over a little bit. Give me a little extra space. Then I lay the next piece down, and they're all not the same width or anything, so it's just do your best kind of thing. It's one of them things, there ain't no rules. I learned this from Annie Claxton. I love that girl right there, that old Annie. She's just a little angel. But she makes these kind of quilts too, but she doesn't cheat. She's using her hands and stitching that stuff together, which is just wonderful. So, but see, now I'm going to take this red and I'm going to go on either side, see? So I put the red down on that side. I'm going to put it down on this side too, of that blue one, so that it's pretty. Oh, you know what I need to do? I just remembered that my phone is only on a couple of percents. And so I need to plug it in. Plug it in. And so I don't really worry about back stitching or none of that because Yeah, just because I don't worry about that. Because I really don't worry about nothing, actually. I was worried about my cat. So my cat was missing. Papa said it's his cat, so I'll let him think it's his cat. See now I got the one in the middle, and see how it's just like tucked in there in the middle. That's where it's at. Wait a minute, I gotta get my plug. Here's my plug. Oh no, will my plug reach over to that spot, or do I have to? It's just a minute. I'm fixing stuff here. Somebody made a big fat mess in my area, and I don't know who did it. When I find out who did it, I'm call the police, and we'll let them know to come and arrest them or something. I don't know, whatever they do to burglars. Oh, where's this thing plugged in at even? Where's my doohickey? Oh, I see. It's plugged in over there at my line. So I could move this light. Oh. There we go. Now then, again, I can bring this plug over here. Excuse me, there's a technical interruption. Okay, just a second. I'm opting and in. Oh, good grief, Elizabeth Marie, and so then, okay, let's put my plug. Put my little plug on over here. Just a minute, I just gotta get my phone plugged in so that I don't lose juice. I don't need to lose the electricity out of my phone. Okay, there. So I have to scoot that up a little bit here and plug it in. Okay. Oops. Sorry about that. Now she's all plugged in, sort of. But my little holder upper now wants to not hold her upper. It wants to hold her cider. Okay, there we go. Let's go like this. There we go. Now that's nice. Wait a minute now. Well, maybe I need to put something. Just a minute. I'm working on this. Gotta put some weight right there. Oh, there you go. Now it's working. Yeah. They could give me a job at Disney World. At the Walt Disney. They make their movies over there. I could go over there and get me a job. They'll say, have you ever made movies before? I said, heck yeah, buddy. I said, heck yeah, buddy. I made movies before. I know exactly what I'm doing. And so then they'll hire me and give me a job and stuff like that. But anyway, in here, I'm still going at this. Moving right along. And see, now I picked up a piece of blue satin. Okay. And there, now I'll cut that off, see? And then, let's see if I got another piece of blue satin here, see? There's another blue satin right there. There's another. And so I'm put that right there. See how I do this all perfect? Perfect, and I'm telling you, it's perfect. That's all it is. It's perfect. So anyway, my cat came back. Yeah. For those of you who know that I had this cat that just came out of the blue, and it came to our house, and it just moved in. Lock, stock, and barrel. And so we made her comfortable, and bought her food, and we bought her some treats, and we bought her a bed, and we bought her a litter pan, we bought her toys, we bought her everything. We just bought her everything. We just went to town, spent our grocery money, but we didn't mind, because it was our little cat. We put named her Petunia. And then all of a sudden, she turned up missing. She was missing all day yesterday. All day yesterday she was missing. And the night before. I couldn't find her. We couldn't find her nowhere. So we figured, well, she just went. You know what I was worried about? I was worried about a hawk. I thought, sometimes we get them hawks. They swoop down and snatch little things. I've never seen them actually do it. Well, actually, Tommy Sue did. She did see a hawk come down and got a snake one time. Which I was okay, The hawk needed to eat. The snake was not supposed to be there. But anyway. So anyhow, we was concerned, but we thought, well, maybe she went back to where she came first from or something. And then this morning, I was busy making Jeffrey some chocolate chip pancakes. That's what I was doing. He wanted him some chocolate chip pancakes. And of course, I'm the grandmother, so I do whatever he wants. And what happens at Grandma's stays at Grandma's. And so, and I looked out the screen door, the sliding glass door that you just saw back there. And I said, Papa, look at that. Because on that table, we got a table back there. And on that table, that's where I got her food and her water. And she's got her little tower thing out there to play with and stuff. And there she was, eating, hungry. She's hungry because she done been gone a while. Well, my friend Samantha, she was supposed to come today, but she didn't come today because we was both up half the night. Me and Samantha both. We was chatting on the chat thing, you know, that messenger thing. And it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. That's when I decided to do my hair too. But anyway, so we both kind of slipped the day away today. And so she's coming tomorrow. She said she'll set the alarm. She'll make sure she goes to bed early. Oh, so she said she's going to do some housework so she gets real tired. And then she can go to bed early. And she'll set the alarm to get up her. Look, I put that piece of fabric on there upside down. Right upside down. And so she's going to set the alarm. And so she's going to be here at 8 o'clock in the morning. No, 9 o'clock in the morning. She's going to be here about 9-ish. See there? That's a piece of, what do you call that there? That, what do you call that? What do you call it? That's that, selvage edge off the fabrics. Yeah, I save them just in case, because you never know when you might want one. And so I save them pretty much because I save everything. Because I like clutter. I do like clutter. To me, clutter is decorative. And it's all, if you have a lot of clutter, then like if you fall and stuff, you probably wouldn't break a hip. Because you lay it fall on your clutter. So it's actually, and it's insulation. So if it gets really cold outside and you got a lot of clutter, well then that's good because then you're warmer. See, it's like insulation. So yeah. So for that reason, I save my selvage edges, and I'm using them on this here, right here, yonder. That's what I'm doing, right here, yonder. So I've almost got this little square, and then I'm going to show you that next. This is sort of like a tutorial. This is a tutorial. I don't do tutorials. I just show you what a mess I'm making. I'm just showing you where y'all know you can just, and I just reached down there and pick up a piece of strip. I just got all the strips just torn. I showed you yesterday I was tearing strips. So then I'm going to put that one there beside there. I'll go on both sides. And then this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. And this one's kind of yellowish. This one feels like a sheet. Man, if you got old sheets, if you could go to the thrift shop and buy an old sheet, get a pretty one, that's some nice fabric. That's some nice fabric. You can look at old clothes at the thrift shop and say, how many 5x5 squares can I get out of this shirt? And there you go. You know, you cut the buttons off and you got buttons. You can get some great stuff. See there how I'm doing? See, I put that yellow there. Now I'm putting another yellow one over on this side. See? And so, holy smokes, that finger. What's my thumb's just giving me trouble? Now my finger wants to just give me a pain in the patoot. Pain in the patoot. Oh, finger. Look, it's even bending. See how it's going sideways like this? Going sideways. Why does it want to do that? My foot's doing the same thing. I got a foot going sideways too. I told my doctor the other day, he says, how you been feeling? I said, well, I do got that rigor mortis going on in my foot. He goes, rigor mortis. I said, yeah, it's in my foot, it's my ankle. My ankle don't even want to bend because it's got that rigor mortis going on in there. He told me some other word it was called. He said it wasn't really rigor mortis. He told me what it was called, but yeah, it's rigor mortis. Rigor mortis. Okay, I've almost got done here. See, I picked that one now. I'm gonna put that in there. And so I try to educate my dog, and then he's limping around in there. So Papa says to him, "What you doing limping?" He goes, "Oh, I cut my foot. I think it's infected." And so I says to him, I says, "Did you go to the doctor?" And he said, "God, nah." Why? I'm telling you. I only go to him just to check on how he's doing. Because he walks into the room there and he goes, "How you doing?" I said, "I'm done fine. How you?" That's what I say to him, because he doesn't need to be knowing my personal business. He's young enough to be my son, so I can't be telling him my personal business. Sometimes I tell Papa, I'll complain to Papa about some ache or pain. He goes, "Well, you need to tell Dr. John." I says, "I ain't telling him my personal business. I don't be telling people my personal business." So, yeah, they don't need my personal business. I just call him. Well, we seen out in the parking lot that he had bought a new truck, because he always parks in the same place. And he had an old Tundra that he'd been driving like forever. And so, but he had bought a new Tundra. So I didn't want to talk about my health. That's a waste of time. I don't worry about my health. And so I changed the subject so we could talk about his new Tundra. Because that's what Papa always drove. He drove his Tundra. He liked his Tundra. Now we don't have no vehicle because we're on Shoe Leather Express now. Yeah. So when you're on Shoe Leather Express, you don't need to buy no car insurance or nothing. It's great. So you just get the neighbors to take you where you want to go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just get the neighbors, especially if the neighbor is your kid. And you just let them know, I need to go here or there or somewhere else. Okay. And then she'll take us. No big deal. We got a whole bunch of youngins scattered around, and one of them will be able to take us somewhere. Okay, see, now I did that whole square. Now I'm going to move. I'm going to shuffle on to Buffalo here. Scoot, 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 scoot. There we go. Now I'm going to scoot that. Now I'm going to go like this here and scoot this. Move that roll of toilet paper over here. We don't need that right there. And then I'm going to scoot this right here. Wait a minute. I wonder if I can go like this, or if he's going to... I got this little goblin here that's holding my phone. Okay. Now let's see if I can get this like down here. Wait a minute. If I put this like this... Okay, yeah, you can see my... Well, that's my cord. You see my ruler there? Yeah, that's my ruler. And here's my inner child. She comes with me everywhere I go. There she is. That's Elizabeth Marie. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, I know. I can put these here wipes. Antiseptic wipes. I can put that over there, and that'll hold that from flipping. Okay, that works. That works. That's good. That's good. Okay, now, because I can't bend his little head. There we go. There we go. That's better. Oh, now you can see how well that is. So see, now what I do, now, I've got 4 of these squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I got 5. Oh, good. I got to start on my next one. But anyhow, so I'll take one of these squares then. But now, when I look at the back of it, see how it looks all shaggedy-raggedy on the edges? Okay, well, but when I look at the back of it, I see the 5 by 5 square. So then, I will take my ruler, and I'll take my rotary cutter. See how professional I am here? See how all professional I am going on here. And I'll take that, and I'll use that, and see, there we go. I just cut them edges off of there, just as slick as owl doo-doo. And and I'll just go all the way around. See? And I'll cut those edges. This is always the fun part because, oh, sorry, Elizabeth Marie, I didn't mean to knock you over. Just rude. I know I'm rude sometimes. I have to be nice to my inner child. I have to be nice. Yeah, here she is. Okay, now see? Oh, I didn't get that little spot right there. Gotta get that cut off. That little spot, okay. And so then I see, now look at it. Now, if that isn't professional looking, because I got that all squared up there, and then I have to do 4 of them. I got 5, I only do 4. So now I'm going to see, somehow I got a piece, so did there, wasn't supposed to go there. But see how you see the back of it? You can see that it's a 5 by 5 square. But then you see that edge. Well, you don't want that edge on there. So you use that little 5 by 5 square, and you just use that as your little guide so you know where to cut it. And there we go. That's cut on that side. And then we go like this way here. And then that's all cut on that side. And then we go on this side here. Each square has 4 sides, in case you didn't know. And we'll do that. We'll go like that right there. And then one more side. And we'll just cut that one more side. Okay, that's good, see? Now, see how that one is? And each one looks different, you know, because they're different colors. We'll put that one there. And then here, I'll cut that one. I'll do that one there. See, that one there's got a different color of a badge because because it does. And so I'm going to now get that one cut. Just using that square as a guide, see? So that's what I do is I first get them squares 5 inches by 5 inches, and then you're on the road. You can just haul buggy. And see, then I got that bin of strips right already cut right there down there beside of me. I just have to reach down there, and I got my little what do you call that? It's not an iPad, but it's a Kindle, and I can turn my Kindle on. It's sitting right over there, and I can watch videos while I'm doing it if I want to, or listen to them podcasts. Sometimes I just listen to podcasts, see if I can learn anything. Sometimes I do learn things. Actually, lately, like this morning, I watched a video watching ghost hunters where they go and find these old buildings and look for ghosts. They find them, too. They're real. And a lot of ghosts, they're just not resting in peace. And so they go to let them know, y'all can go ahead and rest in peace. Don't worry, we're not going to hurt you. And so here we go. I'm on the 4th one. So, and then I'm just going to get that one there, done that. Get that one done and did there. See, then I got this pile of edges. That'll just go in my stuffing box, you know, because you never know when you got to stuff something. Yeah, so there we go. All right. See, so this was a square before, how ratty it looks. And this is the after, see? After, before. Okay, so here we go. Now then, the next step action is, just a minute, now I got to turn this thing up again. There it goes. There it is. Oh, wait a minute. I'll fix this. Just a minute. I'm getting it. I'm getting it, Uncle Walt. You know, Walt Disney. Okay, that's a Walter Disney. Okay, now I'm going to take, now I got these 4. They're all fixed. They're all fixed on the edges. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them back sides together, not the front sides, but the back sides, because this is going to be a rag quilt. See, so you see the colors on this side, you see the colors on that side, because it's a rag quilt. Well, I'll put this over here so I don't like cut my arm. I got a tendency to do damage to my body if I don't watch my things. I got a scar on my arm from where I burnt my arm with a curling iron. Well, it wasn't a curling iron, it was an iron, but you could probably curl. Where's my leg? My leg to my, ouch! That finger again. There we go. Now. Okay, now. Got my sewing machine scooted back over here where it needs to be scooted. See, now? So on both sides there, I see that way. Now. And then I'm just going to make about between a 1/4 and a 1/2 inch seam. Somewhere in there. Exactly between a 1/4 and a 1/2 somewhere. Maybe it's 3/8, I don't know. But, because a 1/4 is 2/8, and a 1/2 is 4/8. So in the middle it's 3/8. Okay. You didn't know I was that smart, did you? Okay, and so, actually I'm making about a 1/4 inch. It's a little more than a 1/4 inch. Well, I'm just sewing them together. What the heck? Just sewing them together. There you go. See? Now, what did... Oh, there's some scissors. Them scissors just seem to walk away. There. See? So there. How that's sewed together. I did it wrong. I forgot. Okay. Hang on. Now, I've got to... Because that ain't going to work. Because I needed this one here and this one here. Hang on a second. I got a seam ripper, but it's not right here. Good thing I didn't back stitch this. I'm just going to pull that stitching out because this is where I did a mistake. This is where the professionals would just edit this part out. Makes them look more professional. But, look, I'm getting it apart though, see? Just by pulling a little stitch. Get that little stitch. Now, see, because I did not do it correctly. I did it incorrectly. But most things I do is incorrectly. Except when I married Papa, I did not do that incorrectly. I did it. The first time when I got married to, when I married Ernie, I put his ring on the wrong finger. Wasn't my fault, though. He's handed me the wrong hand. I got a picture. It still lasted a good 24.5 years. But, then he decided to be an angel. But anyway, when I married Papa, though, I made sure I put that ring on the right finger that time. He still got his ring on his right finger, or the left finger, whichever. Okay. See, it's still there. Okay, now. I love you too, darling. Okay, you go to the river room. See, I had them sewed together this way. I need them sewed together this way. See, so it makes it look like a mountain in the middle. I had it this way. That was just as wrong can be. I want it that way. See?
I'll come back out and
All right, love. Okay. Now, so now I'll stitch it again. This time I'm doing it correctly. Okay, now. Yeah, I got it. I got it this time. And one day I'm going to learn to edit. One day. But I'm too busy to be learning stuff like that. See, now, when I got it together, it looks like a mountain. See how it looks like a mountain? So now I'm going to take these two pieces and, again, yes, I'm going to put them together this way so it's like a mountain, see? Okay, so I put those sides together. Let the pretty sides not be together. And then I stitch. This is the way we stitch our stitchery. Stitch our stitchery. Stitch. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. Oh, that's what I'm doing. Hanging on. Hanging on. Hang on to your boots, you guys. Okay, see now? That one there, how it looks like a mountain. Whoop, whoop, down. See? So then when now I'm going to put the four together. But I'm going to make sure that when I go like this, the center is kind of look like a diamond. So I'll go like this way and make sure that that center piece together is like a diamond. And then this is so fluffy. When this is done, it's going to be just so fluffy. It'll just be fluffy, and we like fluffy. We do like our fluffy. Now, and I'm also not concerned about when I stitch it. See, as I'm stitching, some of the pieces just turn over like that. And so you're stitching them like they're like cattywampus. That's okay because it makes it even prettier. But see how now the whole center sort of looks like a diamond. The whole thing is in a diamond. See, of those four pieces. And see, then I'm going to, once I get this all stitched together, then I'm going to be taking my scissor and I'm going to go like I could do it as I go, but I'm going to be snipping. I'm going to be snipping all these seams. I just snip them all. And where the beauty comes into this is after I stick it in a washing machine. This is called rag quilting. This is really rag quilting. But see, I'm just make a little stitch, but do not cut that, try not to cut that, that line of stitching, because then that'll make a hole. Which, by the way, Ray, if you look at yours, I think there's a couple holes. I made her one for her dog. I call these dog blankets when I make them, because if I make them and give them to somebody, tell them that's for you, nice little lap blanket, and then they'll look at it and they'll think, well, that looks like a piece of. But if I say it's for your dog, well, then they can't expect anything fancy. And so that gets me out of that problem. Actually, I've got a pair of regular rag scissors. They make scissors special for rag quilting. So that, because you're cutting through like many layers, see. And so, and this is it. This is what you do. And then you just keep making these four patches like that. And each four patch then is, see, then when you go like this on them edges, see how it just will fluff up. And when you wash it, they're even fluffier. When you wash it, it's even fluffier. And it makes something just beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. Don't you agree with that? I agree with that. And so anyway, this is this area of my homestead. See. See, that's the sliding door there. Where my cat lives back there. Well, she doesn't live back there, but she likes to go back there. And so, and there's a shelf there. There's a shelf. I've got a lot of my dolls and stuff. I don't have too much on the high shelves because I can't reach them. And that shelf over there, that's mostly Papa's stuff over there. He's got stuff over there that says Papa's Fix-It Shop. We have just got little junk. Wait, there's some light bulbs. Wondered where the light bulbs were. Bookcases, books, cigar boxes, and yeah, that's what I have. Well, let me see now. Let's see here. Hang on a second now, because you know what? Hang on to your britches. Today I'm going to read out of this, if I can reach this book. I have so much junk I can't hardly reach stuff. Just a second, I'm reaching for this book over here. Oh, this one. Chicken Soup for the Soul, Think Positive. That shows backwards, doesn't it? Think positive. It's all back asserts is what it is. Got my chin. I wonder if I can go get that blob surgically. Oh, never mind. I'm going to think positive. Okay, Lizzie, come right here. I'm going to read your story. Mm-hmm. Let's see. There she is. She's going to listen to the story, too. That's Elizabeth Marie. I gotta start working on her robe. You said I'm going to fix her robe up. There. Now. You stand right there, Elizabeth. Okay, now. Yeah, you're still there. Now, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to read. I'm just going to find a page that's not too many pages long. Because if it's like 8 pages long, that's too much for me to read. Okay. Here, this one says half full. You can't read it because it's backwards. But it's not, I don't know, maybe when I put it up it won't be backwards anymore. I don't know. Half full. Every day may not be good, but there's something good in every day. Author unknown. You know, I was just talking about that the other day. I was talking about Confucius say that there is good in everything, even bad. And there really is, if you really look hard. My nose is all crooked, isn't it? Ever since I had that little surgical procedure done on my nose where they took that little cancer out of there. Because, see, I always put my nose in other people's business, and then I got cancer on my nose. They took it off, but now it makes my nostrils different. Okay, well, we don't want to talk about that. Okay, my middle child, Jacob, was intelligent, resourceful, and good-looking. Everybody's children is good-looking. Despite all he had going for him, he possessed the disturbing tendency to constantly see the cup of life as half empty. Every day when he came home from school, Jake would list everything bad that happened that day. Despite my best efforts, I couldn't convince him to lose the negative attitude and choose to count his blessings. On his 9th birthday, we saved enough money to take the family to Disneyland for 2 days. His dad and I didn't make much then, so it was a considerable sacrifice. But we felt Jacob's birthday was worth it. After doing Disneyland to death, we collapsed in our hotel room and asked the birthday boy, "Did you have fun today, Jake?" All my fault-finding son could say to me was, "Pirates of the Caribbean was closed." That would have upset me, too. I would be hoping to see, what's his name? "Jacob Marshall," I chided, clearly unable to contain my exasperation. We stood in line for an hour and a half to see the Haunted Mansion. We rode Space Mountain 3 times. We walked in the park for 2 solid days, and all you can say is, "Pirates of the Caribbean was closed." Clearly something had to be done about his negative attitude, and I was going to be the one to do it. I approached my mission with the determination of a battalion commander. I read every article, I bought every book. If the internet had been available, then I would have Googled for weeks to find the ammunition I needed to defeat his negativity. I would have been upset too, because I would have wanted to see old Johnny Depp. But anyway, with the help of great resources, I developed my strategy. Several books I read identified my son's temperament as melancholy. He was sensitive, artistic, deep, analytical, and able to see the worst in every situation. That described Jake all right. My research informed me that people with the melancholic temperament have an emotional need for order and sensitivity. That meant I needed to listen patiently to my son's daily pessimistic litany. My usual reaction was to try to talk Jake out of his negativity, but that wouldn't satisfy his need for sensitivity. I had to let him finish his lament and ask, what good things happened today? Then I needed to wait until he could tell me. Wait for as long as it took. This would help Jake. Excuse, this would help Jake realize that good things really were happening to him, despite his woeful perspective. The day came when I was ready to put my new tools to work. Jake came home from school, flopped down on his bed as usual, and again began to tick off his list of terrible things that happened at school. I listened attentively, making eye contact and nodding with empathy before I asked, what good things happened today? His response was what I expected. Nothing. I had a booger in my nose. His response was what I expected. Nothing. Oh, I already read that line. Something good had to happen. You were there for 6 hours, I encouraged. Then I waited. I waited 15 long minutes for the first day. That first day, determined to stay there all night if that's what it took to shift his paradigm. At last he admitted, I did get to dust the erasers. By yourself? No, with Brandon. Your best friend? Yeah. You mean you got to leave class and dust the erasers with your buddy? You're one little lucky kid, if you ask me. Yeah, I guess I am great, Jake remarked, with his head back and his shoulders squared, and began a daily exercise for us. I lost count of how many that's better times we repeated this ritual. Jacob came to understand the power of positive perspective. But the path to get there seemed to escape him at times. When I would encourage him to see things differently, and he would get back on track of choosing to see the positive and losing the negative attitude, it was a struggle, but he was making headway. The school year was winding down and Mother's Day rolled around. Jake's dad took him to the store for a Mother's Day card. Next to the cake and he and his sisters prepared was the card he had chosen by himself. Grinning from ear to ear, he presented it. On the front it read, The, the pessimist sees the cup half empty. The optimist sees the cup half full. I opened the card and read inside. But Mom sees the cup as one more thing someone has to in wait a minute. But Mom sees the cup as one more thing someone was too inconsiderate to put in the dishwasher. Happy Mother's Day. Jake and I laughed until we cried, and in that moment I was convinced my hard work was paying off. And isn't that funny? And now, a lot of people probably don't know about that dust in the erasers, because I don't think they even use chalkboards with erasers anymore in school. Because now they did when I was going to school. They did. They had a blackboard, black chalkboard. Then they had a chalk, and then they had the eraser. And every evening, at the end of the school day, somebody got chosen to go out, take those erasers, and go outside and whack them together to get all that chalk dust off of them. And if you was the chosen one to go and pull them, get them erasers whacked, well, then you were special. And sometimes you would be the light person. You'd be able to turn lights on and off. Sometimes you was the door person. You was chosen to shut the door, open the doors. And sometimes you was the line leader. Sometimes you was the line ender. There was all those wonderful jobs you could get. But boy, dusting them erasers is the best thing. But I have to say, I'd been upset too if the Pirates of the Caribbean was closed, because I would have wanted to go in there and see Dustin. Oh, what's his name? What is his name again? I just said it and I can't remember it. Johnny Depp. He probably wasn't really there though. They probably had a fake Johnny Depp there. But yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean was closed, and so the cup then was definitely half empty. But, but it is true, though, you guys. Always remember that the cup is half full. It is half full. It'll always be half. Well, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna keep you. Keep ah, man. I could be a. No, I could be not. All right, we're gonna say goodbye to you today. Now, for right now. But your necklace is coming off, Elizabeth Marie. Okay, it still is coming off, Elizabeth Marie. Okay, I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make. I ask God to keep you safe and happy and humble and wonderful and sew some scraps of fabric together. And it's amazing what you'll come up with. Yeah. Love you guys. And how the heck do you turn this off? I think I just touched that red button. Okay, God bless. Love you.